Greetings. This is the Internet Marketing Tool channel. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel below.
Today we're going to talk about what to do when your leads are not buying anything from you. This is by far one of the biggest, most common questions that I get from my students. Real quick background about me for those of you who maybe have never seen me before. First of all, I've got a home study course called Attract 100 Leads in 30 Days that helps my students to generate high quality leads who already want what they're selling, which is going to make selling a whole lot easier. It allows them to attract those leads to them using the internet without chasing family and friends, without having to set up 1,000 moving parts like a whole bunch of difficult websites and connecting it to autoresponders and that kind of thing. And by the way, if you're interested in learning more about that program and you want to attract higher quality leads for your business, there's a link in the description below. You can register for that free webinar. But that program helps my students immensely to get higher quality leads. But the most common question I get a couple weeks into the program from most people is, Tyson, this is working great. I'm getting people reaching out to me. I'm generating leads, but they're not buying from me. What do I do? How do I fix this? Why is this happening? So in this video today, I'm going to tell you the four biggest reasons why people aren't buying and the four simplest things that you can fix to get people to buy from you. So grab a pen and paper, get ready to take some notes. It's going to be very in-depth, and I think it's really going to help you to increase your sales conversions in your business and to get more of your leads to buy. So reason number one why leads are not buying from you. By the way, give me a couple hearts, or if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me just fine on Facebook and you're excited to hear this message, tap that heart button. And I'm going to walk through those four things right now. The first reason, and I would argue probably the biggest mistake I see most business owners making in terms of why their leads aren't buying, is because their offer sucks. And I'll explain what I mean. Most business owners, and I fell into this category as well, most business owners think, I have a good product, it works, it gets results for people, it's priced right, that's a good offer, they should be buying. And unfortunately, just because you have a good product that works and it's priced right, that's not really a good offer, okay? And I'll explain what I mean. The offer is everything that goes into getting a total stranger to say yes to you for the very first time. And that first yes is the hardest yes for you to get from people. And so when I'm trying to acquire a new customer, I don't just make my offer, here's my product, here's how much it costs. I say, here's all of the additional reasons why you should buy right now. I add urgency. I add bonuses. I add a money back guarantee, right? I throw in lots of additional things to get them to say yes. So you have to improve your offer. If you want to see how I do this, by the way, feel free to register for my free webinar. The first 60 minutes of my webinar is me training and teaching and giving you lots of ideas for how to generate high quality leads for your business. But then the last 20 minutes or so is me making an offer for my home study product. Even if you aren't interested in buying that product, it would be wise of you to watch how an offer is crafted, because you'll notice I don't just say, here's my program, here's how much it costs, okay? So improving your offer is the number one thing that most business owners need to do. Now, the other three reasons why most people aren't buying from you fall down to desire. Actually, let's just talk about them one at a time. Desire is the first one. Desire is, do my prospects actually want what I'm offering? And I'll tell you the biggest mistake I see here is I see a lot of business owners going out and doing, prospecting, they're cold calling. They're basically trying to drum up business from people who haven't already raised their hand and said, I'm interested. And I can tell you, when somebody reaches out to you, right? When you advertise on the internet, the way that I show you how to in my free webinar, and you get your leads contacting you because they've said, I want what you've got because I have the problem you can solve, or I'm interested, I'm already looking for your thing. Converting those people into sales is a heck of a lot easier. Now, obviously, finding the right audience of people who already have some level of desire is the first step for how you can improve your sales conversions. And by the way, I show you on my free web class the 3 best groups of people to target for your business who will already have desire, which will overcome a lot of the hurdles. But you still have to do the other 3. You have to improve your offer. Okay. And then there are things you can do, by the way, to build people's desire. You can show them a new reality. You can show them what their life will look like. Paint a picture for them, a vision of how their life will be different in three weeks or 3 months or however long it takes your product or service or opportunity to help them get results. Which really brings me to the next one. I just said the word vision. That's the third thing that will absolutely improve your conversions. A guy that I studied called Jim, his name is Jim Camp. He is known as the world's most feared negotiator. I think the CIA or like the FBI or some government agency actually hired him to figure out how to do negotiations with terrorists. That's how much this guy understands about how people make decisions and how to persuade people. And one of the biggest things he taught is that vision drives decision, right? It's why when you are looking to buy a new car, you go to the dealership, they don't just tell you about the car, they let you get in the car and drive it. What does this do? It creates a vision. You can now see yourself owning that car. And I see a lot of business owners that they don't paint a picture of, they don't get their prospects to see themselves using the product. You know, for example, if you were a real estate agent, if you painted a picture of, oh man, right over here, I could see where you would put your lawn chairs in the backyard and having a barbecue at night, and your barbecue grill would be there, and I could see you guys having friends over. That's painting a vision that's going to drive the decision to say, yeah, I really want this home, which of course is going to increase desire as well. So vision is the next one. And then the fourth one is belief. If your prospects are not buying, it often comes down to, I do not believe this will work for me, for my situation. I don't believe that the product works. And this is where simply showing people examples of how it can work for their specific situation, showing them testimonials of other people who've gotten results who are in their specific situation, can help you to overcome that area. So to recap, has this been helpful? If it has, if you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, tap that heart button if this has been helpful to you. And I'm going to recap right now the 4 things that can absolutely drastically improve your conversions. And I bet if you're not getting the sales conversions you want, you're missing at least one or more of these 4 things. A good offer, okay? Attend my webinar. Watch how I make an offer. It's way more than just saying, here's my product, here's how much it costs. Desire. Building someone's desire, and a lot of that comes from finding people who already have a seed of desire to work with and then building it. It is very, very difficult to create desire from scratch. It'd be like trying to create energy from the sun. It's very hard to do that. My webinar shows you how to find people who already have that desire, that energy, and how to channel it towards your product. The same way that scientists channeled the energy of the sun into the atom bomb. They didn't just create that energy from scratch, and I don't recommend you do it either. The third thing is vision, creating a vision, getting your prospects to see themselves using your product, getting to see themselves with results, and finally, creating belief, overcoming their skepticisms, answering their questions, showing them examples of how this will work for their specific situation. Those are what I have found to be the 4 biggest reasons why people don't buy. And if you would like to see me implement all 4 of those things, one of the reasons my webinars do a very good job, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I just know my stats. I know that my webinars do a good job of converting total strangers into sales. Even if you're not interested in buying my product, you may want to attend my webinar and watch for how I do all 4 of those things. Say, where is Tyson building desire in this webinar? You'll notice at the beginning of the webinar, I give you some imagine if statements. I say, imagine if this was happening. Imagine if I was able to help you solve this problem in your business. That starts to build the desire that I know already exists. I create vision. I show you examples for how to implement my strategies in your business, which gives you a vision for how it will work for you. I create believability by showing you those examples. You go, oh, now I see how it'll work for my situation. I take skepticisms that you might have, or misconceptions or myths. You say, well, this won't work for my situation because of blank, and I address those in my webinar, and then I tie it all up at the end after 60 minutes of solid training showing you how this will work for you. I tie it up with a very compelling offer where you say, all right, it's more than just, this is a good product at such and such cost. He's throwing in these bonuses. He's going to give me free coaching inside of his Inner Circle coaching program. He's going to throw in this and that, and he's got a deadline. All of these things culminate to getting conversions. So if you're missing any one of those 4 things, improve those, and I guarantee you, you will start to get more sales.